Hey friends, so it's been a few days since I've done any updating on any sort of vlog, so this should be the opening clip for this vlog. This is going to be the second half of my September vlog. I am going to be focusing a lot on my advanced reader copies from NetGalley because I am very far behind. I have finished one so far, and then I finished the audiobook that I was working on in the last clip of the last vlog. So let's quickly do a little update. So first things first, the audiobook was Walking in a Witchy Wonderland. I really enjoyed myself with this one. I thought it was super fun. We get 5 different short stories in that world. I'm very excited for the next installment in the series. I feel like you just get a little bit of everything and you touch base with everybody just a little bit. And it's a perfect like 3.5 book. And it was very holiday centric. And I loved that it was very holiday centric. Got me in kind of that Christmas mood. Okay, so the other thing that I finished is the Hookup Plan by Farah Rashan. This is one that I've had as an ARC for a little while. Honestly, I thought this book was really a delight. I ended up giving this one 4 stars. I thought the dynamic between London and Drew was fantastic. I really thought their dynamic made a lot of sense as well. Drew was clearly a pining hero from years ago, but he didn't dwell too much on it. Since he had an opportunity to see her at this class reunion, he does, and they make the best of it. And I felt like they both had a lot of room to grow as humans before they could truly be together, which is why I think this one worked for me. They're both very successful in different fields. He's more of the entrepreneur, hedge fund kind of guy, and she's a doctor. And I think that just adds to their enemies to lovers vibes, because clearly in high school they were directly competing with one another. They do have that kind of relationship where they like to needle one another. It works for them. Some couples love that. Others don't. I don't particularly love to be needled in my relationship, but I know a lot of people are okay with that dynamic. And for an enemies to lovers style situation, it does work. The steam in this one was kind of why it's a 4 instead of a 5. I felt like the steam or the sex scenes, however you want to say it, really just was fairly traditional, just P&V. Nothing super exciting about it. I mean, it wasn't necessarily bad, but it didn't keep me in the moment, I guess is the easiest way to describe that. So I did end up enjoying myself with that one overall. But that was kind of the only part that was a letdown. But I really loved the characters. I love this friend group a whole lot. I mean, I've enjoyed all 3 installments so far. And yes, it's just been a great time. So that's everything that I've read since I saw you last. I haven't even picked up a volume of manga. That's how not reading I've been. I felt like I was kind of getting at my wit's end in ways, so I didn't push anything for myself. So my plan is I do have a lot on my NetGalley. I've got my NetGalley pulled up right here that are by authors of color that I haven't gotten to. So I'm going to kind of focus on those for the next little bit, just because I feel like I really want to work on those. So the first one that I've got here is Wishful Thinking by, I believe it's by Celeste or Celestine Martin. Very excited about this one. Black love, witchy, looking absolutely adorable. There is one that I'm really excited about, and it is based in fall, so I do want to read it over the next week or two, and that is At Home on Marigold Lane by Debbie Mason. This is not an author of color, and I'm never going to claim that she is. So this is just a really fun small town romance series that I really love and adore. Hello. So it's been a few hours since we chatted, and I have some reading updates for you. So I did read 100 pages in A Venom Dark and Sweet. Really, I'm enjoying it so far, but I think because I've read it in such weird stints, it's not reading as smoothly as the first one, but the story is still very, very interesting. There's about 150 pages left in that one, and I think that's going to go really, really well. But I'm very excited for more of that. The next thing I did is I finished up Wishful Thinking by Celestine Martin. This is absolutely adorable. Super duper cute. Black love, witch and a merman romance in a small town with a bunch of different paranormals. I want an entire series based in this little area. It's got that small town vibe. Very cozy, very fall, very adorable. He's so gone for her. I love it so much. I had the best time reading it. It's really just a quick easy one to read, and I highly recommend checking this one out. Add it to your fall reading lists. Definitely going to buy me a physical copy when it comes out, because this is one I would love to like reread and mark some passages, because it was just really beautiful and I really enjoyed it. And then I also got 40% into the Marigold Lane Debbie Mason book. I can't remember the full title right this second. But I'm loving it. So we're following a woman named Bree who has gotten out of a very toxic relationship in the previous book in the series. So now we're getting her story. It's been about a year since the end of the previous one. The hunky hometown doctor, they had a thing when they were younger. Her mom broke them up, we just found out. And so they both moved on, married other people. Things with her first husband ended in the first book. I'm not going to explain things because it's all there. And with him, he's divorced from his wife, but they're living in the same house pretending to still be married because they're trying to approve a trauma center, their hospital to be upgraded to a Trauma 1 center in their small town. And so they're trying to come at it as a force. She's kind of flighty and all over the place. She doesn't have a solid track record, but he does. So she's using their relationship together as a solid standing block to get what they want. And now that Bree and Cal both know what her mom did, where she purposely goaded them against one another and they broke up, she's like, she now blames the entirety of everything that's bad that's happened to her in her life on her mom. And technically she's not wrong. If you have read the previous book in the series, you'll understand how all the bad stuff in her life happened because of this woman. So basically she has a very toxic relationship with her mother now. And she called her mom out on all of it. And she has one sister who's trying to be understanding of the mother, but also trying to be understanding of the sister. She can't play both sides for very long, but I'm really enjoying it. So yes, I'm going to figure out dinner and then come back to this. I'm hoping to finish it tonight. If not, I'll probably finish it by tomorrow morning. But yes, very thoroughly enjoying this one. And yes, after that, I think I'm going to do Camilla Knows Best after I finish this one. That's going to be the one that I have on like my phone that I take to work with me and stuff. And that, because I don't really take my Kindle to work, because technically we sell Nooks. So I feel bad taking my Kindle to work. But yeah, so once I finish the Debbie Mason one, I'll pick out another one for my Kindle and my reading at home, and then I'll have my on-the-go book for the week. So, yes, we'll chat more soon. Good morning. It's now Monday morning. So I did finish At Home on Marigold Lane by Debbie Mason. Now this one I'm giving 4 stars. Most Debbie Masons get 5 stars from me because I just enjoy myself so much. But there were 2 things that super bugged me about this book. So that's why it's getting 4. Everything else about it was wonderful. It has perfect cozy fall vibes. So one of these things is a personal thing. Well, I guess they're both kind of personal. So first things first, our hero is just legally separated. He is not actually divorced. And I am not a big person or fan of cheating in my romances, and this felt too close to cheating, especially because he and his ex were trying to look a certain way to the town, and there's like, it all makes sense in the context of the book, but it still just felt kind of icky, and that makes me super sad because I really loved this couple a whole lot. The other thing that bothered me is this ex-wife. She is spoiled, rotten, and awful, and I really struggled with her personality very, very much, especially considering our hero. I really loved our hero, but this woman was just selfish and vile and had so many different things going on with her. And she was neglectful of her child. Like, she makes women look bad. Like, women who want to work, she makes them look bad. And so that rubbed me the wrong way. So I gave this one 4 instead of 5 because of those things. Again, that might not bother someone else, so that's why I'm just saying, you know, I know this is a me thing. But yeah, so I really enjoyed my time with the book for the most part. The next one I'm going to start is Camilla Knows Best. Today, The Love in the Night readathon announcement is going up. And yeah, hello, hi, how are you? So it is now Tuesday. Yesterday I was able to finish Camilla Knows Best. This is an Emma retelling. I did not know it was an Emma retelling when I went in, because Emma is actually one of my least favorite Austen novels. And if I'd known that, I probably wouldn't have requested this one. I think that's probably why I hadn't read it yet, because this one came out like early in the year. I ended up giving this one 3 stars. I thought the writing was good. Emma's just not a story I love. So I didn't end up enjoying the plot and where it went. But I'm definitely going to be picking up more by this author, because I thought the writing was done in a really nice way. I really liked the family dynamic, all those kinds of things. I thought that was all brought together really nicely. Emma's just not my thing, which is why this one got 3 stars. And I did put that in my review. I made it very clear, Emma's not my thing. I'm going to pick up more by this author, but yes. So sadly, this one was a miss for me. I did also start, I don't remember the name of it. I was at work yesterday, so I didn't. Can't Hide Love by Cheris Hodges. That's the one I'm working on now. This one is like a Black love story where they're on a cruise ship. He's been kind of living a playboy life because he's not found anybody he wants to get serious with. But our female heroine clearly intrigues him. She's very buttoned up. She doesn't relax very well. Their meet cute is him doing a cannonball in the pool on this cruise while she's there with a book in a sundress, and he drenches her. And yeah, so he is continually intrigued by her. They're at like the VIP table for dinner together, and things are starting to heat up between them. So I'm really excited to see where this one goes. I do also need to start Until I Met My Husband. That's my current buddy read with Lindsay. I didn't get any done in that last night. So I work the night shift tonight. So I've got a couple of hours before I go. So I'm going to get some food, gonna read Until I Met My Husband, and then probably start heading towards work. It's like a 20-minute to a half an hour drive, depending on the time of day I'm driving, to work. And so yeah, by the time I eat and read and do all of that, because I've got about 100 pages in Until I Met My Husband to read today. So yeah, so far so good. This arc focus has been really good. I might actually just read manga at work tonight instead of the Cheris Hodges book and save that for tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see how I'm feeling today. Hello, Kaladin. Did you just want to say hi to the people? Come here. He just wanted to come say hi. He's being a needy boy this morning. He knows I'm going to be leaving soon. So he's just being needy. Anyways, time to go get some reading done.
Eject button, no.
Hi friends, so it's time for an update. It is Thursday night? Yes, Thursday night. I didn't do any updating yesterday. Yesterday was a busy day, and then tonight I did some reading sprints with Izzy and her members. and that was a lot of fun. On that reading sprint, I did finish my reread of All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. It still just warms my soul. I love Rhodes so much. Rhodes reminds me so much of my own partner that, like, of course I'm gonna love Rhodes. Like, they're very much the same human, and it just makes me happy. I'm like, I don't understand why people didn't love that one quite as much as some of her others. Like, to me, it's just top tier, and I loved it. The other thing I read tonight was the first volume of Dinosaur Sanctuary. Dinosaur Sanctuary is very much a Jurassic Park style kind of story in which we have dinosaurs that are kind of getting the same treatment as Jurassic Park, but they've been getting that since the 1940s. And what's going on now is there's this young lady whose father was very involved with the dinosaurs, and she has become a dino zookeeper. And so she just got a job at a sanctuary, and the sanctuary isn't doing very well. And so she's bringing her own little spark to the sanctuary, but there are also some secrets going on here. So it's very interesting. I'm not going to say too much more than that because I don't want to spoil it, but this one is a denser read. It is very information heavy and very dinosaur specific information heavy. So if you like Jurassic Park, I think you'll really enjoy this. Or if you just like dinosaurs in general, I think you'll enjoy this. But it is very information heavy. So if you don't love really wordy information heavy manga, this might not be for you. But I honestly think the charm of the slice of life feel and story of this will kind of overtake that and just let you really just slide into life in a dinosaur sanctuary. I sure had a great time. Would 10 out of 10 recommend this? I may do an individual review about this one. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how I feel tomorrow morning. But yes, anyways, very, very excited about that. So I'm now going to go figure out food for myself. And then I'm probably just going to chill out. I didn't sleep the best last night, so just gonna get some good rest and probably film a little tomorrow. I do work the night shift, so we'll see. I do have an errand I need to take care of in the morning, but outside of that, things are good. And I do have Saturday off this weekend, and then I work on Sunday, so we'll get a lot done on Saturday if we don't get it done tomorrow. So see you later. So I'm now a little over 100 pages into Until I Meet My Husband. I kept saying that. It's actually Meet. So I've read the manga adaptation of this, and I just feel like you're getting more detail in the book. So you already know that I'm going to love this story because I loved the manga so much. I feel like we're getting a little more insight into this, but the main thing I wanted to talk about in this clip was the translation. I do think the translation is easily accessible to an American audience. The translator is Molly Lee, and I think she's done a good job of making this easily understandable and accessible to someone who is not used to reading translated works. Everything reads really smoothly, and it's very easy to understand. Sometimes when I've read translated works, it's not been as easy and as effortless feeling as this one has been. So I do think that the translator did a good job of making this universally acceptable. It does not read like a translated work. What that means for this adaptation can be left up to debate. Since I do have the manga to compare it to, I think I'm getting a full understanding of the story that Nanosaki is trying to say and to tell with this whole adventure. And it's really beautifully done, especially the stuff when he's younger and he's talking about like his first crush and stuff. All of that came across a lot easier in this than it did in the manga. I mean, it still made sense in the manga, of course, but I really think that this did a really lovely job of putting the emotion that the author actually wanted portrayed. So I'm really happy with the translation on this. I could see why some people might not be, because to someone who's used to reading translated works, this one wouldn't feel as genuine as some of the other ones I've read, I think, or as exact, you could say. People are probably thinking that Molly Lee took some creative license in her translation. But I honestly feel like the integrity of the story is intact, and there is the manga to compare it to if you are worried about that. And there is also the live action of this as well. And I think that's what this image is taken from. It might actually be their wedding photo. I don't remember. But there is actually, in the beginning of this, there is photos of him throughout his life and about like various points in his life. And I thought that was really interesting. Like his pose here for him and his yukata and things like that. I think this just adds a different level of things to the story that you don't quite get in the manga. So I really love the addition of this and how it just adds to everything about it. So I'm really happy that Lindsay and I chose this as our buddy read right now. It's really, really good. I'm really enjoying it. So with that said, I need to finish getting ready and go to work because it's a working day. Hello. So I'm about to head into an appointment, but I wanted to update you guys really quick because I did finish, I believe it's Can't Hide Love by Cheris Hodges. I can't talk this morning. I'm very sorry. Anyways, this is a romance that primarily takes place on a cruise, and these two had amazing electric chemistry. He's a little bit more of a playboy than I was hoping he was going to be, but in general, I did really enjoy this. Solid 4 stars. It's a solid romance. I had a really good time. Cheris Hodges is a Black love author that I don't hear a lot of people talking about, but I've really enjoyed both books that I've picked up from them. So I do plan to pick up more, and I've just really enjoyed this series. It follows like a certain family. This was like the tight, wound up sister who doesn't ever relax. And so it was her story. So the fact that it's taking place on a cruise when she's relaxed, and then you see things when she gets back home, obviously, but I really ended up enjoying this a whole lot. So I had a great time. I would highly recommend checking out this author if you haven't yet. And yes, had an excellent time. Not sure what I'm going to pick up next. I'm going to go into my appointment. I might go through my catalog and see what I feel like reading next. Or I may just not even worry about it and just figure it out once I get back home. Quick update. I finished The Romantic Agenda by Claire Kahn. This one was just fine. I'm going to give it 3 stars. It didn't necessarily like do anything wrong or offensive or anything like that. It was just a very average rom-com to me. I did like the ace rep. I can't speak for it as that is not my identity, but I don't think it was like bad or offensive towards these people at all. So I know some people have had issues with it, but ace is an entire spectrum, y'all. Like, just because it wasn't your type of ace doesn't mean it's not something that the author relates to. So anyhow, like I say, it was just fine. It didn't necessarily do anything wrong, but it's not a new favorite. I wanted to love it. I really did, but it just didn't quite work for me. So there's that. I think I have a Rochelle Allers that I'm going to pick up next. I tend to really love hers. So I think that's going to be the next best step for me because I want to read one that I enjoy. So that's what I'm going to do there. I should briefly tell you I have started a new audio. I've started The Gamble by Kristen Ashley. This is Heather from Hia Booktubes, one of her favorites by Kristen Ashley. And so she wanted us all to read it. I've started my read. I need to tell her I've started my read. She's going to have feelings. But yeah, I'm not far enough into have any deep thoughts yet. I'll tell you more soon. Hello. So quick update. I did finish Along the Shore by Rochelle Allers. This one was really quite cute. This is, you know, two people kind of starting over and falling in love through the process of their starting over. He's former military, now turned sheriff deputy, and she left an abusive relationship that she was never going to get what she needed out of, and has a lot of guilt for other things associated with that. So, yeah, I ended up really enjoying my time, would definitely recommend. I really enjoy Rochelle Allers' writing. Everything I've read by her, I've really enjoyed. So, yeah. I would give this like a solid 3.5, 4. Very, very good. Not anything groundbreaking or earth-shattering for me. This whole series for me has been kind of 3.5, 4. I really enjoy them, but they don't like blow my mind. But I still love them, and would definitely recommend checking out Rochelle Allers if you haven't. So yes, not sure which one I'm going to pick up next. I'm going to kind of figure that out. Last night I finished The Gamble by Kristen Ashley on my way home from work. Now, not everyone is going to love this book, but this book was so enjoyable to me. I had a really great time. This is a romantic suspense in which we are following a woman named Nina. Nina is very unhappy in her current relationship. So she's pretty much checked out of the relationship, but tells her fiance at the time that she needs a break. She's going to go to the US for a couple of weeks, take a time out, and figure things out. She gets kind of an Airbnb style rental, and when she shows up, this grumpy guy is there, and she finds out that he actually owns the house, and so the person renting the house messed it up, and she's like, I'm not gonna go anywhere, and she was sick, and he nurses her back to health, and they start to form a relationship, and they're pretty good to not cross any major lines until she's officially ended it with him. But of course, he's in denial. Her poopy dad is in denial, and yeah, so it's really, really good. I mean, obviously, emotionally, she starts to move on before she does physically. But the guy is very much like alpha, but he is an alpha mellow to me. Like, he's just a teddy bear when it comes to her. Yes, he's aggressive and protective, but there are reasons for that, and you understand that throughout the course of the novel. This book is also very long, so not everybody's going to love it because it's very long. But I really enjoyed my time. Thank you to Heather from Hia Booktubes for encouraging me to read this one. And yeah, I would recommend it. I actually have the second book in the series, Sweet Dreams. That's going to be my next audio. I did do this one via audio, and it does have like music in the background of these audios. So if you like that, having that more immersive experience, I think you'll enjoy it. And yeah, so that's where I'm at on that one. Arc-wise, I'm working on To Catch a Raven by Beverly Jenkins. I'm about halfway through that one. It's Queen Bev, so we all know I'm loving it. But yes, very, very excited. Get to see more from that one soon. I have a doctor's appointment today. Mostly, hopefully, to take care of this. I've had this bump on my wrist for a while. We think it's just a little cyst that needs to be drained, but hopefully it's something that simple. If not, then things are going to be interesting for the next little while. Sorry, I've been kind of MIA in this vlog in a way. There's been a lot going on. I had to go buy new couches. You'll see those probably in the next vlog because they're not getting delivered till Saturday, and I should be finishing this one up on Friday. I did also finish Until I Meet My Husband, which was fantastic. I loved the novelization. I love the manga. However you choose to read it, it's a beautiful story. I did also finish A Venom Dark and Sweet. I actually really enjoyed the duology as a whole. I would read more from Judy Island. I do think it's geared for the right audience. I don't feel like it was written for an older audience. I feel like it was written for teens, and I think it comes across very well. So with that said, I think that's it for now. We'll see what else I get finished in the next 2 days. I don't know how much that's going to be. With my doctor stuff today, I also have some hair appointments. So if they actually drain it, I'm going to have to cancel those, which sucks. So let's quickly catch up on what I've read. I believe I was in the middle of To Catch a Raven last time we chatted. I really ended up enjoying it. Queen Bev can do no wrong to me. I always really enjoy my time with her stuff, and I just have a great time. So yes, would 10 out of 10 recommend picking up To Catch a Raven. I thought Raven was an amazing heroine. I believe her partner was Maxwell? Braxton. Those are very different names. I don't know why I thought Maxwell. But Braxton was fantastic as well. He was the perfect counterpart to her independence and her sass. And I really enjoyed my time with this one. Like, this Women Who Dare series by Queen Bev is fantastic. Please pick it up. It's amazing. You should. Let's see. And then the other one that I finished arc-wise since we last chatted was Bronze Drum by Fong Nguyen. This one, the writing I didn't connect with very well. I loved the concept of the story that was being told, and I know that this is an important part of Vietnamese history, and so I really liked learning about that. But the way it was written felt very disjointed to me, so I don't know if this, I can't remember if this one's a translated work and it was just not a good translation, or if there were some problems with the arc I received. I don't know. But this was not my favorite reading experience just because of that. The writing just didn't quite work for me. But I loved the story being told, so I gave it 3 stars. Again, I think the writing thing is a me thing, or like I just got a corrupted arc of some sort, because like the formatting of it and stuff was kind of weird. So there's a high probability of something like that for that one. The other thing that's happened is I talked about how I finished The Gamble. I have now finished Sweet Dreams, which was fantastic. Again, would really love. Again, alpha kind of hero. That's who Kristen Ashley writes. So if you don't like alphas, you're not going to like her stuff. Just heads up. But you know me. I like me an alpha. Her men are very alphas, but they're so, it's almost like Morality Chain. They're so gone for their women. Not quite. I wouldn't call it quite that level. But there are several times where they lose their crap protecting their women, and I really enjoy that. They're a little domineering and a little bossy, so I do think they're a bit a product of their time, because these are a bit older, but I still really enjoy them. I am now halfway through Lady Luck, which is the next one in the Colorado Mountain series. I'm really enjoying it. This one's a little bit different. We have a hero who is mixed race. He's half black. They've not officially designated what his other half is, but they do talk about how he's half black. I do think some of that is written in a very stereotypical way, and I'm going to be upfront about that. So this one's not going to get quite as high of a rating as the other ones because of that. And I do, think it is a bit of a product of its time, where we weren't as careful and as sensitive in writing about those kinds of things. I think if she went back and like re-edited this and changed some of that, the writing and how that's coming across, it would be good. But our hero was framed for a crime, served 5 years in prison, and now he is out for vengeance and for just to get back at the people who set him up, who are corrupt cops. I mean, it's very much telling a very particular story here. I know not everybody's comfortable reading those kinds of things, but I'm really enjoying my time. I really enjoy the hero. He is really an amazing guy. I really like him, and I really like the heroine for him. She's very sweet and just she gives him the little things he doesn't realize he needs, which I think is something that's really important in a healthy relationship, is that you end up getting something from your partner that you don't even realize you need. And I think Kristen Ashley has a skill at writing that into her books. And they're just little things like being told something, or just, you know, hanging up a particular picture, or how they interact with another person. There's just little things like that. So with that said, I'm really enjoying my time. I'm probably going to pick up a little bit of manga today. Haven't really read much lately. I have a few that I'm really excited to get to, so I think I'm going to pick up one of those, maybe two. We'll see. I didn't really sleep at all last night, which is why I've gotten so much reading done. But yes, anyhow, we'll see how I feel the next little bit, and I'll talk to you soon. Hi guys, so it is Friday morning, last day for this vlog. I'm not sure what I'm going to get finished, but I did read Rose and Blood Volume 4 last night, which was absolutely fantastic. I found out there's only one more volume of this one. It's complete at 5 volumes. We're not going to get the last volume before the end of the year, as far as I can see on Viz's website, so I'm guessing in January. But these gothic vampires and the way that they all interact together, and we find out a very crucial piece of information in this particular volume that makes me wonder how this one's actually going to end. And there's a lot of ways it could go, and I'm really interested to see what way this mangaka chooses to take. So yes, very, very excited. This was my reading choice last night. I didn't read too much. I was so exhausted. Like, I legit fell asleep. After I finished that, I went and got comfy and fell asleep, and yes. So anyhow, I'm still making progress on Lady Luck by Kristen Ashley. Still really enjoying it. Having a great time there. And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not going to get another arc finished before the end of this vlog. So I might read another volume of manga though. I'm kind of feeling manga-y today. So I might get a little more manga in before the end of this vlog. I've been focusing so much on arcs. I've read hardly any manga the last couple of weeks. So, we're getting our couches hauled away tonight, and our new couches are being delivered tomorrow. So I'm very excited about that. So yeah, that'll be a thing. And I'm, you know, excited about it. So you'll have to watch the next vlog to see the couches. So, anyways, I don't know if you'll see my face again before the end of this vlog, but if you're here just because you love me, leave me a rose emoji for Rose and Blood. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Was it all just a dream, just all in my head?